ladies and gentlemen.
All righty. How we doing? Okay, mediocre. That's fine. So my girlfriend left town recently. Yeah. Anytime a pretty girl would be nice to me, I thought it was this big elaborate trap that my girlfriend had set. I was in line waiting to get a sandwich, and this pretty girl stands next to me and says, "Oh, the food smells great." "Oh, so how do you know my girlfriend?" "I'm falling for that shit." But my girl, she works at Planned Parenthood, and she gets hit on every now and then. She's like, "Wow, the balls on these guys. They just come right out and ask for her number." She's so cool about it too. She'll be like, "Well, this isn't my number, but you can call this if you need to refill your prescription for genital warts." It's pretty awesome. Okay, I think, getting back into a serious relationship should require some sort of training. Let me give you an example. I was single for about 6 years, and I never had to deal with a woman during the special few days that she has every month. Then I meet this incredible woman, fall in love, and I'm just supposed to be able to handle it? It doesn't work that way. I woke up on her bed alone one night, and I came out to the couch and found her crying. It's like, "Oh my God, are you all right?" She goes, "No, actually, when I came home from work today, you didn't really pay me much attention when you were doing the dishes, doing the laundry, and cooking us dinner." Huh. Sort of goes against everything I thought I knew about living with a woman. And while my brain was still trying to process that, she follows through with, "And you didn't even want to snuggle me while we were sleeping. I was not even conscious. What am I supposed to do?" But, so I was just like, "You know what, I'm going to bed. I can't handle this anymore." But congratulations on finding new and exciting things to get mad about. A lot of people like to romanticize about the good old days being single, but I don't. I remember how terrible they were. Like this one girl I met, nicest person. The first date, she was like the nicest person in the whole world. Second date, even nicer. Third date, she was not so nice. As it turns out, the first 2 dates, she was high on heroin. Now she's out of heroin and demanding that I buy her more heroin. What a peach. Another girl I was with for about 3 months, or 2 months, calls me up and says, "Hey Joe, I'm pregnant. But don't worry, I'm 3 months along, so it's not yours." But the good news is the father's no longer in the picture, so you actually get to raise this child as your own. What a treat for me. Wow. Another girl I was with complained about me being distant while I was inside of her. I don't know how much closer I can get. Inside of you right now. But, yeah, like, when you would meet a new girl, bring her back to your house, every time they would say the same thing when they get to the bedroom. They just go, "Oh, is this where the magic happens?" Like, "Yeah, this is where I will guess your card, pull a rabbit out of a hat, and make your daddy issues disappear." All right, let's talk about birth control. There's a method that I don't really understand, and I want to talk about it. But I don't want to be too disgusting, so... it's like when a guy pulls out of the race just before the finish line, and then crosses the finish line on her stomach. It's the best part of the race, Stand there. It's like, I just don't understand it. It's like the equivalent of a guy climbing all the way to the top of a mountain, gets to the top, the summit, the payoff. He spends the entire time trying to figure out how to text his buddy a picture of an icicle that looks like a dick. Or it's like, you pay for an hour-long massage, and in the last 5 minutes you stand up and rub your back into the door jamb instead. Or it's like taking a road trip from Seattle to New York City, and the last second you say, fuck it, let's go to Jersey. Alright. So I think sometimes guys can seem selfish in bed, even when they aren't. Just hang in there for a second. It's like, let's say I'm going down on a girl, right? And she says that she's close. Or I ask if she's close, and she says yes. Now, she said yes because she doesn't want it to stop, not because she's close. I respect that. I use that move myself all the time. But the problem is, it's not every time. It could be that I'm asking her that I'm, curious. It could be I have a bowel movement happening, sort of a situation. Yeah. But you can't say that, can you? No, I would rather stand up, leave the room, and tell her to finish herself, and have her think that I'm the most selfish lover on the planet, than have to go through the humiliation of saying, hey baby, I think we gotta stop, something's happening in my stomach, and being on my knees with my face in your crotch and my ass in the air is the perfect position for shitting the bed. You can't say that. And it's like, what if you did say that, then what happens every time you go down on her? She's just gonna say something stupid like, oh, did you make sure you went potty first? But there's also shitty things about relationships, right? We can all agree on that? No, we're not agreeing on that. But like meeting the friends for the first time. That can be fun, but most of the time it's not. And it's like, every group of friends seems to have that one friend that nobody can really explain why they're friends with them, how they met them. But they always say the same thing. They go, oh, you know what, he's really nice, you just got to get to know him better. That's the telltale sign that someone's an absolute piece of shit. And that they probably knew them a long time ago when they weren't a piece of shit. But anyways, so I was at this party, which I thought was sort of a sophisticated party, meeting all the friends for the first time. And in walks this guy. And he's got on sneakers, Superman underpants, and a pink tank top. So it's gonna get weird. Yeah, and sure enough, after being at the party for 5 minutes, he's got his Superman underwear around his ankles, and he's wiggling his dick on the dance floor. Wow, indeed, sir. At that point, my inner monologue's just saying, Joe, her friends, they're not yours. Just be cool. So then, some time came by, and then this same guy came up to get introduced to me, and he was not wiggling his dick at this point, which was good. But, so he gets introduced to me, he just grabs my ball bag and looks me in the eye. At this point my inner monologue is out of the building and running down the street. So all I can do is just kind of look at my lady with terror in my eyes. And then he released my nuts and went about the party. Now it was this point where I decided to have a couple of hundred drinks. And then a few hours went by, and I approached the dick wiggler, and I was pretty drunk. I was like, hey man, there's that guy passed out on the couch. Wouldn't it be funny if you put your nuts on his forehead? And he turns, looks at me and goes, that's rape, and you support rape culture. Whoa! Easy there, buddy. And, you know, I kind of got mad. I was like, you know what, you've been shaking your dick at everybody that's walked through this door. You grabbed my ball bag without my consent. You're calling me rapey? Oh, you know what he said to me? He goes, you could have stopped me anytime you wanted. Isn't that exactly what rapists say? Might as well told me I was asking for it. You know? So I just kind of got mad and walked out of the room. But then I overheard my girlfriend talking to her friends going, you know what, my boyfriend, he's not rapey. He's really nice. You just got to get to know him better. Oh, I'm Joe Luzzi. You guys have been great.